In today's video I'm gonna show you how I made this mini-me. Ever since I got into 3D printing, I've been interested in 3D scanning as well, so I often have thought about building my own 3D scanner. Nowadays there are many methods for 3D scanning. The ones I always wanted to use are laser 3D scanning and photogrammetry. Laser 3D scanning works like this. You got a fixed laser and a rotating object. Then the laser sends a laser beam to the object and measures the time the laser beam needs for traveling here and traveling back. Then it rises a bit higher and measures here and here and here and here and here. When it's already at the top, the object rotates a bit and then everything starts over again. So the laser is creating, or the program is creating, a point cloud of the dots around this object. These are later on mixed together to one single object. Photogrammetry works in another way. This is where you don't need laser, you just need a camera. Then you take a lot of pictures around your object from very different angles, and then a program looks at these pictures and calculates what the camera angle was, and then according to this information it creates the 3D object. But yesterday my girlfriend and I were studying together. When I looked up I saw her iPad and realized that she was working with a 2020 iPad Pro, which is the first iPad with Lidar. So in this video I want to test how good you can 3D scan with an off-the-shelf iPad. So to scan objects I need an iPad or an iPhone with Lidar. The Lidar module is this little black dot next to the cameras right here. I need an app for 3D scanning. Here I chose Scaniverse, which I downloaded for free from the App Store. I need a lot of light, this is why I'm in my study room right here. And of course I need test objects. The first one is this resin bottle. It's really simple, not a lot of details, so should be really easy to scan. The second one I want to test is this Dancingstein. I built him in my Halloween video, check that out if you haven't already. And I'm really interested in how good it can scan the areas between here or here. Then I want to test it with reflecting objects and transparent objects like my glasses right here. And last but not least, I want to scan myself. So I would say, let's get testing. For scanning, I want to use a little stand right here that I put under my test object so I can scan their bottom. So in Scaniverse, I can set my range and I want to set it to 1 meter because I don't need the environment around it. So let's scan. Now I say that I want the detailed version and the iPad is processing all the data. Now the data is processed and I can have a look at my resin bottle in 3D. It's a bit, let's call it, deformed, but I think I can fix this in Blender later on. So I say save and then I can export it as an STL file. So the resin bottle is scanned, now let's scan all the other objects. So the Dancingstein turned out really good. I think it did a great job scanning the areas in between, as you can see here. Here and down there is a little bump again, but I can fix that in Blender later on. So overall, Dancingstein was a pretty successful test. As I already expected, the mirror surface, the shiny surface, didn't work out, but that's not too bad. So my glasses turned out way better than I expected. There are a few missing spots, but I can fix that in Blender later on. And all in all, it did a pretty good job. So next it's my turn, but in order to make it easier for the iPad to scan me, I want to prepare my face with little black dots. Luckily my girlfriend volunteered to help me with that. So here we go. So I'm all prepped up. Let's get scanning. So my scan turned out pretty good as well. Needs a little bit of fixing here and there, but I think the chest is really nice. So let's export it to Blender and fix it. Alright, so here you can see what one of these STLs looks like. I'm empty on the inside, and there is a lot of environment around it. Like this should be my 3D printer right here, and that's basic stuff I don't want. So I imported it into Blender. I cut away all the stuff around me, and I cut me so that there is a nice sharp edge, and closed the bottom. And then I exported this as an STL and imported it into Chitubox because I want to print it on my Resin 3D printer. I'm going with my Anycubic Photon Mono and use gray resin. And here you can see that I angled the print at 20 degrees on the y-axis so that you get a better print. I also hollowed it out because I don't want to waste all of the resin, and I made a big hole in the bottom to drain out the resin, and added a lot of supports. I don't edit them, I just click supports, but you know what I mean. So let's print it. And there I am. Now I have to remove all the supports. So here I got it all cured. There was a little gap, I filled it in with plaster and sanded it down. Now I just have to paint it. Unfortunately, I had a lot of work to do, but luckily my girlfriend volunteered again to help me. And it's done, my Mini-Me is finished, and my girlfriend did an amazing paint job here. But all in all, I think it turned out too good. If you keep in mind that I did it by just using an off-the-shelf iPad and the 3D printer, it's crazy. The amount of detail is insane. And it even works with Snapchat. I even work with Snapchat. I don't know. It's still a bit spooky to look at me in such a tiny scale, but I like it. If you think so too, then feel free to like, share and subscribe. Here in videos, here you find my channel, so have a nice day and see you soon. Come on, Mini.